Hey, Richard Pickett here, and this is Digital Brand Alchemy. This is episode number 8, day 7 of a 10-part series where I'm talking about the 10 most common mistakes that I see in personal branding online and hoping that you don't make them, or if you're making them, let's talk about how you can fix that. So if you like this kind of content, like, follow, like whatever you do on this particular social platform, as well as if you don't want to miss any of my content, you may want to come to my website. The link is below and subscribe. You will get all of this in your inbox, including a PDF that has all 10 of these days and all the action items that you should be taking to not make these most common mistakes. All right, so on this particular step, this is number 7 out of 10. And it's the most common mistake is believing vanity metrics actually mean something. They mean nothing. Vanity metrics are totally that. So that's likes, that's views, that's comments. I can't tell you how many people on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, everything they do is driven by these, what we all know to be vanity metrics. And even people that know they're just vanity metrics, they still get all caught up in them. All that really means is a lot of people interacted with your content, but if these people are not customers, it doesn't really matter. As a matter of fact, if you really want to know how important vanity metrics are, I'll give you a simple exercise. Write down how many customers you have today or how many sales you have today. Go make a cat's video, like where you have a laser pointer and the cats are like chasing it around and everybody's laughing, or it's some little cute little kitty and he's got those little sad eyes, whatever. Go make a little kitty cat video and publish it on your social media platforms. All right. Notice how many more views, likes, comments, engagement, stuff like that you want. As a matter of fact, you could even do stuff like politics. I don't recommend you really doing this. I'm being kind of facetious, but go make a political post. Either you love Trump to death or you hate the guy, like whatever, but be very polarizing. I guarantee you, you will get a lot of engagement. Your views, that'll probably be like one of the biggest posts that you have ever of all time. And then after you've made that post, give it about 3 days, because posts, they go for about 3 days before the platforms quit sending people to them. And then go back and look and see how many more products you've sold or customers you've gained. Figure it out. You'll notice that there's absolutely no relationship to a lot of views and the number of customers. It just doesn't work that way. So don't believe your vanity metrics. Why this can be bad and where I've seen people make mistakes is they actually begin to do things to get more likes. Even when they know that more likes isn't helpful, they still do it because they think, well, that gets my message out. But they change their message. This is what I was talking about yesterday. Told you I'd go into more detail today. They end up changing their message and use little gimmicky things like asking more questions to get people to answer things in the comments so that they can ask more questions in the comments to get the people to come back and answer more things. But none of that is the sales conversion process. Absolutely none of it has to do with sales unless that conversation is directly like exploring what your customer needs and proving that you can give it to them. All of that communication is a waste of your time. It's not proving anything. It's just taking up your time, making you feel like you're really busy. Like, oh, look at my post, got 1 million views. But there are no sales because it's not part of the conversion process. So you may remember in one of the first episodes of this particular series, I talked about having a clear conversion process. How do you get introduced to people? How do you explore with them what their needs are and whether or not you can meet them? And then how do you convert them into a client? That's all that's important in building a profitable online personal brand, is that exact step. Making a post that gets a lot of views has nothing to do with that. Having a lot of comments and engaging with a lot of comments has nothing to do with that. Now, it does help if you're showing that you're a regular person. Maybe your Instagram, you have like behind the scenes, you and your family, or different things that you're doing. And, people may engage with you and see, wow, this is a real person. That can help in some credibility and people identifying with you. But again, you still have to have this one conversation of, do they have the problem that you can solve? And how do you convince them that you can actually do it and close that as a sale? And that has nothing to do with these cat videos, political posts, and all that other kind of stuff, or even your family or my family posts. Like, it has very little to do with it. So those posts may help, like the behind the scenes may help, but you still have to make sure you're doing these other posts. So don't get all caught up And vanity metrics are trying to think about what's the next way I can have a post. It'll blow it up really big. Instead, I will talk tomorrow about the types of posts that you should be making. And I hope to see you there.